Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the Lakers got the win, 131-99. Blew the Jazz all the way out, man. It was a terrific showing. We had a 40-point third quarter. I mean, we just definitely love what we did there. 56% from the field, 37% from behind the arc. So we're improving from behind the arc. That's a pretty solid night for us. There's something about this in-season tournament floor, man. And these black jerseys, our team just plays better with that going down. And the Jazz were freezing cold, man. They shot below 40% from the field and below 35% from the three. I think it was below. I don't remember what they shot from the three, but it was really bad at halftime. I think their numbers came around to looking a bit more respectable in the fourth quarter garbage time. Got to give credit to Anthony Davis. Had a big-time double-double, 16 boards. I believe he had like 27 points. Bron had about 16 points, 9 assists, 7 boards, something like that. Quiet night, but of course, we had a lot of garbage time there, man. That fourth quarter was pretty much all garbage time. Austin Reeves had a really nice game, attempted about 14 shots. I think he hit like 7 of them. The stats are not in my head, but I can tell you that we had a really, really good night from Christian Wood as well. I think he was 6 or 7 or something like that. Very solid night. So it's just one of those situations where when the other team is really cold and you expect to need to score a lot in order to beat them. I told us that we needed to score 130 points to beat the Jazz, and that seemed to be exactly what Coach Ham had in mind as well. The only problem was the Jazz couldn't hit a shot, so the normal Jazz we just didn't see. We got the Jazz that obviously doesn't play any defense, ends up giving up that much anyway, but can't score the ball, so it makes it look as if running out there against a bunch of, G Leaguers, and that wasn't the case. They just couldn't hit any shots. So easy night for the Lakers, especially given the fact that we have a matchup tomorrow night against the Dallas Mavericks at 7:30 here in LA once again. So this is another one of those situations where it couldn't have gone any better for us. We win the in-season tournament game, and then we have a back-to-back where all of our starters were able to rest big on a comfortable win. Our team, I think we got about 15 turnovers, so I think we cut them down the second half in garbage time. And, because we were well on our way to about 9. I think we had 9 turnovers at the half, so we definitely cut them down. I'm very pleased with that. Got to the line quite a bit. I think we were 21 out of 27, I believe it was. And, we just love the night that Anthony Davis had, man. He really was fantastic from the efficiency standpoint. 11 out of 14 from the field. And this is the second game in a row where he barely missed any shots. So he's really in a very comfortable groove scoring the ball. And if he keeps this up, he's going up. There's going to be another big stretch for Anthony Davis scoring the ball. We remember what he looks like when he's at his best. 57 points, 60 points, 20 boards. I'm telling you, he's starting to get into that kind of groove scoring the ball. The efficiency is showing us that he's getting ready to do that thing again. So people get ready. I don't know if I'm sensing the right thing or not, but if he keeps this up and doesn't have any injury setbacks, we're going to see one of those legendary stretches from Anthony Davis very soon. It's coming. So I think he was really the catalyst for a lot of what went right out there, along with finally Christian Wood just having a really nice game. We had 7 players in double figures, so we really liked just the output from pretty much everybody. Rui Hachimura didn't quite have the efficiency going, but he did hit some shots from behind the arc. As I said, Austin Reeves had a fantastic night tonight. The only thing he couldn't get going was the 3-ball. D'Angelo Russell shot very well tonight. He bounced back from his bad game. And I think he had somewhere around 8 rebounds. Don't remember the double-digit points, but he definitely did some good things there, scoring the ball. Taurean Prince had a tough night, even though he had a very good plus-minus. 1 for 8. His bad shooting woes continue. And, once again, he gets away with it because we won the game. So as long as we're winning games, it's not a whole lot to complain about. But I can tell you he has not been hitting shots, and his confidence is really low scoring the ball right now. Cam Reddish got hurt at some point in time in the first quarter, or I believe it was. I did not see that injury. Hopefully he can. I'm almost certain he ain't playing tomorrow. If he couldn't finish this game, he's definitely not playing against Dallas. But hopefully we can have him kind of heal up for the game following that. That's what I will say. You never know. Guys can turn around and come back tomorrow. But I seriously doubt it. I don't think I've seen too many injuries where a guy gets hurt in the first quarter, sits out the rest of the game, and then plays in a back-to-back. They're just not going to let that happen. They will sit him if history tells me the story. So, yeah, man, this was a game where I was yawning a lot. And I've had a nice long day, and we had a lot of garbage time, man. But I love what I saw from our guys. Jackson Hayes had a pretty good game. Definitely moving well without the ball, dunking the ball, things like that. Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell did a good job of getting guys involved. Great passes were made tonight. And you just love having an easy night. With some of the tough games that we've had to start the season, some of the issues that we've had winning certain games, close games like the Sacramento game that went to overtime and the Heat game that we lost by 1. You just love having games like this where you blow someone all the way out and get to sit your starters, especially when it's a back-to-back right around the corner. You can very much be certain that Luka the Don is going to come in guns a-blazing. Kyrie Irving, guns a-blazing. This is one of the best teams in the league right now. And I have homework to do on them to see how they've been doing over the last couple games, but on the season they look great. So this is definitely exactly what we needed in a back-to-back, just blowing the Jazz all the way out. We scored what we wanted to score. I'm definitely pleased with my team. I told them 130. They gave me 131. And hopefully we can keep our scoring ways up, man, especially when you consider we're not even shooting well from behind the arc. I mean, we put up 131, having shot 20-something% from the three. So, or was it 37%? I think we got up to about 37. I think that's what I said. But nevertheless, that's one of those situations where you look at the points in the paint, and we had over 70 points in the paint. So that was a big deal for our team tonight, just continuing to attack them. Austin Reeves stands out in my mind with that step up and under. I think it was up and under. I don't know how to quite call it. Maybe it was a Euro step that he had in the fourth quarter. Really faked the Utah Jazz opponent out and laid the ball up really well. We saw some fantastic highlights. Christian Wood with the putback dunk off the missed 3. That was nice. A lob from D'Angelo Russell and Jackson Hayes. I thought it was really nice. So we had some highlights there. But the majority of the game was just us being up because the Utah Jazz could not hit a shot, man. Shout out to Young Bull, the only player that I forgot was on the Utah Jazz. I tried to mention everybody that they would use, and I forgot the Young Bull. He actually had a pretty good game for his team. But all in all, the Jazz they were not themselves tonight, and we could not have been more pleased with that, especially since it's a tournament game. We swept all our tournament games thus far. We move into the knockout round. I'm not really sure how that slots as it pertains to what comes next. Do we have a game off as it pertains to the tournament? Are we in like a special round? I don't really know exactly how that works. But I can tell you we won all the games in our division. Every game that we had slotted, we won. So kudos to the Los Angeles Lakers for taking this tournament seriously and for continuing to keep us alive within it. And I do think we had somewhat of a soft group, given the fact that we were in there with a shorthanded Jazz team, shorthanded Blazer team, this Utah Jazz team that's not very good. Who else was in that division with us? 2 other teams that we've already seen, of course. Blazers, Jazz, Suns, and somebody else. Can't think of who it is. Oh, Grizzlies, of course, the shorthanded Grizzly team. So it's one of those situations where I know that we're going to see tougher play going forward in this tournament, just simply because we really were in the weakest group probably in the entire league. But nevertheless, we love that we swept what we swept. Teams couldn't see us. We brought the energy. Our stars played in all of those games when they were slated to be either missing the game or day-to-day or something like that. So kudos to our stars for being up for the task. And I've enjoyed the tournament. This has been probably the only game that I thought wasn't highly competitive, and it wasn't because we didn't bring the action. It's just because the Utah Jazz did not. Now, I truly believe the Utah Jazz were just exhausted, having played a double overtime game against the Suns, and in the game previous to that against the Suns that went up in the 140-point range in both of those games. So I think we ran into a fatigued Jazz team that didn't really have its legs tonight, and we took advantage of that. So that's just what it is. I don't know that you're going to have that same dynamic tomorrow against Dallas, though. I would caution the Lakers to say you better be ready to score another 130 points to beat them. But I thought our game was good tonight. I thought we, as I said, kept our turnovers down. This isn't a very good defensive team, but they got some guys who could steal it from you, and I thought we did okay there. And just to have a good level of Austin Reeves being back, playing at the level we want him to play is most definitely most important for us, because we really are not a very good team if he's not playing up to par. Even with our stars playing up to par, we tend to be average if we can't get that third guy to show up. So with Austin and D'Lo both playing well, and then Christian Wood joining the fold to have a really good game, it gave us the points that we needed. It really did. So I'm concerned, though, with no Cam Reddish. We know how important he is to what we do at this point, especially since we're having issues with our small forward position with Taurean Prince being bad, just bad right now. It's going to suck not having Cam Reddish out there to kind of fill in, but we do have Rui Hachimura, and we decided to run Max Christie tonight, who I thought did some good things. He didn't really hit nothing from behind the arc, but driving at the rim, hitting his floater, playing defense, rebounding the ball. I thought he put out a strong showing tonight. So, all in all, great win. Love a blowout. Very exhausted. I'm not going to lie. I'm super exhausted. I was nodding off in that fourth quarter, but I don't think I missed a whole lot, because at the end of the day, we were up by as much as 39 points in this game and ended up winning by 32. So you can't be more happy than I am at this point, being a Laker fan with a 9-6 record, having only lost one home game against the Sacramento Kings, and you know, we got another game tomorrow that could be a potential loss if we don't take it extremely seriously. So hopefully our guys can get some rest tonight. You ain't got to get on a plane or nothing. Just go home, get some rest, and be ready for tomorrow. And, you know, if I'm going to give the game ball to anybody, I give it to Anthony Davis, just for being so very efficient. 11 for 14 from the field, 16 rebounds. God knows how many blocks, couple of assists. I mean, the guy is really, really great, man. I know a lot of people are frustrated with him for various reasons. He doesn't always score as much here and there, this, that, and the third. But these last two games, he's been overly efficient, like ridiculously efficient. I think he's probably missed maybe 7 shots in 2 games. So you got to love that. And we just want to see it continue, man. We want to see it continue. We definitely want to see Cam Reddish get back on the floor really soon. He's in such a good rhythm for himself, especially defensively. We hate that he went down with whatever the heck that is. And hopefully we'll get some information on that very soon, and I'll have that for you tomorrow, so I know exactly what happened there. But, you know, Los Angeles Lakers just blew the Jazz out, man. I don't expect the Jazz to play this poorly probably ever again. Not with the roster that they have, not with the capability that they truly bring to the table. I know the Jazz are better than what they look like, and tonight they just did not have anything for that basket. They had nothing, and we benefited from it greatly. And I thought that we really took it to them in the paint, man. We definitely did that, scoring the ball. And easy night for Bron, man. You love when a guy who's playing at this level, at this age, gets a night where he doesn't have to overexert himself, especially against a high-level scoring team. For him to have to only walk out of here with 16 points and we still score 131 points, I think that's a really, really good sign for our basketball team. So that's something I wanted to point out. Bron did a lot on the assists, 9 of those, but as far as him having to contribute to scoring in order for us to score a lot, it did not need to be the case. So hopefully we can find some consistency now. D'Lo had a horrible game in the last one, had a great game tonight. What are we getting from you tomorrow, D'Lo? Same thing with Christian Wood. Fantastic game tonight. Can we get that tomorrow against your old team? Dallas benched him a lot. They blamed him a lot for what they didn't have going on defensively in the paint. I expect Christian Wood to be very much aware of what's on the line as far as him beating this team tomorrow night. So I'm expecting him to play just as well tomorrow as he did tonight. But against his old teams, against the Rockets, the man attempted 5 shots in 2 games against the Rockets. 0 for 1 in that first one. 0 for 4 in the second one. So, does he not like playing against his old teams? And if so, are we going to see a bad Christian Wood tomorrow? I don't think we can win if we do. So, these are things that I'm just thinking about early, man. I didn't see too many flaws in this game. I really didn't. I have to check the box score to see how things went. I think we rebounded the ball very well tonight. And, you know, it's hard to lose when the team that you're going against can't score and doesn't defend. That's really what it comes down to. They're naturally terrible defensively. Their best defense is offense, and just couldn't get anything to fall. So, love an easy game, man. That's exactly what it was, an easy basketball game. Our team won it, and this tournament has been a raging success, man. I love the floor. I love the jersey once again. I would love to see that in a regular rotation after this tournament ends. But for now, we only have a few more games, I'd imagine, with that floor, and we're going to enjoy the next one whenever it comes about in the knockout round. So for now, that's pretty much what I got. Normally I make these videos longer, but my body needs some rest, man. I am really beat, and tomorrow I'm pretty sure I'll have something for you in the morning or in the afternoon before the Dallas Mavericks-Laker matchup, where we'll turn right back around and deal with Luka the Don and Killer Kyrie Irving. So that's pretty much what I got for you. My name is BDF44. I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.